Dear friend, today we are going to study electrocardiogram. In last lecture, we have studied about the ECG. In today's lecture, we have studying the procedure of ECG. So this is the ECG machines. In ECG machines, 12 lead electrodes are used, but only 10 electrodes are connected to our body. Out of that, 6 electrodes are connected to the chest region, that is V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 and V6. These 6 electrodes are attached to the chest region, and remaining electrodes left LA, left R, RA right arm and LL left leg, RL right leg. So in this way 10 electrodes are attached to our body, and that electrodes they record the electrical impulses of the heart, and these electrodes arm and leg electrodes, they acts as a reference electrodes, because there is no electrical activity observed in the leg and hands. So this considered as a reference. Actual electrical recording, actually the electrical potential or electrical activity is recorded only on the chest region with the help of 6 electrodes V1 to V6. Electrocardiogram procedure. Sensors called electrodes are attached to the chest, arms and legs with either suction cups or sticky gel. Before attaching that electrodes to the skins, the jelly is applied. The dry skin surface has a considerable electrical resistance. It is used to reduce the resistance between the body and the metal electrode by briskly rubbing the skin with a jelly containing an electrolyte. So before fix the electrodes on the chest region, the jelly is applied to that regions, so that increase the transfer of electrical impulses, that reduce the resistance between the skin and electrodes. These electrodes detect the electrical currents generated by the heart that are measured and recorded by the electrocardiogram machine. So what is the role of electrodes? They detect the electrical currents which is generated in the sinoatrial node. As we know, in our heart the electrical impulses are generated in the sinoatrial node, that is pacemaker, and that after generation of that electrical impulses, that transfer toward the auricles, then ventricles, so that electrical impulses are recorded in the electrocardiogram machine. The machine then prints the reading on a paper strip or on a screen. So whatever may be that electrodes are recorded, that record we will see or we will observe in the strip on a paper or directly on the screen of machines. In a conventional 12 lead ECG, 10 electrodes are placed on the patient's limbs and on the surface of the chest. The overall magnitude of the heart electrical potential is then measured from 12 different angles, leads, and is recorded over a period of 10 seconds. So within 10 seconds ECG are taken, and during that time electrical impulses are recorded through the electrodes in ECG machines. So these are the different electrodes which is fixed on the different places on the body. Interpretations, how that result are interpret, so that done by the expertise in that field, they can interpret the results. A typical ECG tracing is a repeating cycle of three electrical entities: P wave, atrial depolarization, QRS complex, ventricular depolarization, and T wave, ventricular repolarizations. That repolarizations already we have studied in the conducting system of the heart. Okay, this is about the a normal ECG, P, QRS wave, T wave. Interpretation: P wave, the first wave, that is P wave. Description: the P wave represents depolarization of the atria or contraction of the auricle. Atrial depolarization spreads from the SA node towards the AV node and from the right atrium to the left atriums. Pathology: the P wave is typically upright in most leads except for a augmental vector right, and unusual P wave axis inverted in other leads can indicate an ectopic atrial pacemaker. Ectopic atrial pacemaker. The P wave is typically upright in most leads except for AVR, and unusual P wave axis inverted in other leads can indicate an ectopic atrial pacemakers. So that pacemakers, the electrical impulses that are transported to the bypass, that is not from the SA node to AV node, they are directly transferred through the bypass way. If the P wave is of unusually long duration, it may represent atrial enlargement. If the P wave is long, because each wave have a specific time, specific structure of wave. If the P wave is of unusually long duration, it may represent atrial enlargement. There is enlargement of the auricles if the wave is long duration. Typically, a large right atrium gives a tall peaked P wave, while large left atrium gives a two-humped whiffed P wave. The right auricle that gives the peaked P wave, and left atrium gives a two-humped whiffed P waves. Two-humped means कॅमल्स वगैरे जे असतात, कॅमलच्या जो पाठीचा जो भाग असतो, काही ठिकाणी तो उंच असतो पुन्हा खोलगट, तर त्याचा जो वरचा जो भाग असतो त्या कॅमलचा, तशा प्रकारचं स्ट्रक्चर त्याला टू हम्प्ड बायफिड पी वेव्ह म्हणतात. अँड द ड्युरेशन ऑफ दॅट वेव्ह इज 80 मिलीसेकंद. 80 मिलीसेकंद. PR intervals. PR intervals. Between the P and R. That is PR intervals. The PR interval is measured from the beginning of the P wave to the beginning of the QRS wave. The P wave and beginning of the QRS waves, so that period, that is the PR intervals. This interval reflects the time the electrical impulse takes to travel from the sinus node through the AV node. सायनस नोडवरून ते AV नोडवरती जातात, तर दॅट इंडिकेट बाय द PR इंटरवल्स, किंवा ती जी वेव्ह आहे ते दॅट इंडिकेट्स. अ PR इंटरवल शॉर्टर दॅन 1 millisecond suggests that the electrical impulses is bypassing the AV node, as in Wolff-Parkinson White syndromes. So if the PR interval is shorter than 120 millisecond, that suggests there is a electrical impulses bypass. They are from the AV nodes. They are bypassing the AV nodes. त्या बायपासनी त्या ठिकाणी काय होतात, ते इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्सेस जे असतात ते AV नोडवरून ते SA नोडवरून ते AV नोडवरती पास होत असतात. पण या ठिकाणी डायरेक्टली काय होतं, डायरेक्टली दॅट इलेक्ट्रिक वेव्ज आर पासेस टू द AV नोड. A PR interval consistently longer than 200 millisecond diagnoses first degree atrioventricular block. Atrioventricular blocks. There is a abnormality in the transmission of impulses from the auricle to the ventricles. That indicates when the PR interval is longer than 200 millisecond. The PR segment, the portion of the tracing after P wave and before QRS complex, is typically completely flat. Is a completely flat wave जे आहे that is completely flat, but may be depressed in pericarditis, swelling or inflammation of the pericardium. So that time, that completely flat but may be depressed. Otherwise the PR waves are the flat, and the duration of that waves is 120 to 200 millisecond. So this is the PR intervals, the gap between the P wave and QRS wave, that is PR interval. Then another QRS complex. So this is a triangle shaped waves, QRS. After TR intervals, then we will observe or we will see the another wave, that is QRS waves. The QRS complex represent the rapid depolarization of the right and left ventricles. Rapid depolarization of the right and left ventricles. The ventricles have a large muscle mass compared to the auricle, so the QRS complex usually has a much larger amplitude than the P waves. The muscles of the ventricles are thick as compared to the auricles, so the QRS complex usually has a much larger amplitude than the P wave. Pathology. If the QRS complex is wide, longer than 120 millisecond, it suggests disruption of the Hertz conducting system, such as in LBBB, means left branchial branch, left bundle branchial branch, right bundle branch. बंडल मीन्स AV नोड जो आहे, AV नोड जो असतो त्या AV नोडचं राईट बंडल ब्रँच, लेफ्ट बंडल ब्रँच, थ्रू दॅट इम्पल्सेस आर ट्रान्समिटेड टुवर्ड द ventricles. So there is a disruptions or defect in the LBB or RBB over or ventricular rhythms, such as ventricular tachycardia, Metabolic issues such as severe hyperkalemia is the high concentration of the sodiums in the body fluids, or TCA overdose, tricarboxylic acid overdose, can also widen the QRS complex. Due to that, the QRS complex is widened. And unusually, tall QRS complex may represent left ventricular hypertrophy. The wall of the left ventricles becomes inflated, while a very low amplitude QRS complex may represent a pericardial effusions. Pericardial effusion means there is excess fluid are deposited in the pericardium, or infiltrative myocardial disease. Infiltrative myocardial disease, the damaging of the cardiac muscles, myocardial disease. And the duration of that QRS complex is 80 to 100 milliseconds. Then T wave. The T wave, after QRS waves, then the T wave. The T wave represents the repolarization of the ventricles. Repolarization means त्याच्या ओरिजिनल कंडिशनमध्ये येणे. डिपोलरायझेशन म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये सडनली चेंजेस झालेले असतात, आयनिक इम्बॅलन्सेस झालं असतं. तर रिपोलरायझेशन म्हणजे परत ते त्याच्या ओरिजिनल पोझिशनला येतात. द टी वेव्ह रिप्रेझेंट द रिपोलरायझेशन ऑफ द व्हेंट्रिकल्स. इट इज जनरली अपराइट इन ऑल लीड्स except AVR, augmented vector right R, and lead V1. Pathology. Inverted T waves can be sign of myocardial ischemia. Myocardial ischemia, the cardiac tissues are damaging or killing. LVH, left ventricular hypertrophy, inflammation in the ventricles. High intracranial pressures, nerves are innervated to the heart, or metabolic abnormalities. Peaked T waves can be a sign of hyperkalemia, a high concentration of sodium ions in the body fluid, or very early myocardial infarctions, that destroying slowly the cardiac muscles, myocardial infarction, or damaging the cardiac muscles. And the duration of T wave is 160 milliseconds. So dear friends, in this way, with the help of ECG machines, we can check the electrical impulses of our heart. If that impulses are properly generating, properly transferring from the pacemaker into the AV node, if there is a changes occur in that waves, means that indicate there is some abnormality in our heart. So this is an important instrument, electrocardiogram, that check electrical activity of our heart. Thank you.